Part of the promise of Jesus Christ when he was departing from his disciples is fulfilled in the Holy Communion, in the sacrifice of the Mass. He promised them that he was going to be with them always. That he's not going to leave them orphans. That he's going to be with them always. He fulfilled that in the presence of the Holy Spirit in our lives, that at every moment we are not alone. The Holy Spirit is with us. And if the Holy Spirit is with us, Jesus is with us. And as I say, he's also fulfilling it at the sacrifice of the Mass, so that at the reception of the Holy Communion, our relationship with him is renewed. In 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 26, St. Paul says, as often as you take this, as often as you partake in this, you are proclaiming the death of Jesus. You are proclaiming the victory of Jesus Christ. You are proclaiming your salvation. You are proclaiming the defeat of the evil one. You are proclaiming the reign of God. As often as you do this. In John chapter 6 verse 53. In John chapter 6 verse 53. Jesus Christ said, unless you eat my body and drink my blood, you will not have life in you. That is what he says. Unless you eat my body and drink my blood, you will not have life in you. Somebody may say, but throughout this year, I have not taken the Blessed Sacrament. But I am not dead yet. Every departure from God, one that is not in communion with God, is as good as dead. Many things are dead in our lives because we are not eating. Marital relationships are dead. Businesses might be dying because you are a Christian, and more so you are a Catholic, and your source of life is the Blessed Sacrament, and you are not partaking even though you are a Catholic. And what strengthens us, what empowers us, what keeps us alive is our communion with Jesus Christ. Nobody who has no healthy spiritual life can claim to be happy. You cannot claim that everything is well with you. Remember when Elijah was running away from Jezebel, running for his life, he was so tired he could not make the journey again. He was lying under a tree, hoping that those pursuing him would not come there to destroy him. An angel was sent by God, and he brought him bread and water and said, get up and eat and drink. And after he ate, he slept off. The angel came back and touched him and said, wake up, you need another round of it, because the journey is long. Wake up and eat so that you can make this journey. And we are told that after eating, Elijah, in the strength of that food, I love that expression, that in the strength of that food, Elijah made 40 days journey to mountain of God. You can imagine 40 days without eating. At the end of the Eucharistic celebration, Father will say, go. The Mass is ended. He will tell you, he will proclaim it, go. The Mass is ended. That is, go forth. Go in the strength of this food. Go in the power of this food. Are you making a journey? Go. Are you going for business contacts after the Eucharistic celebration? Go. Are you afraid and threats are all around you? And after the Eucharistic celebration, the proclamation is go. Go walk in the strength of this food. Because of the kind of food we eat, the holiness that should attend to the eating of this food cannot be overemphasized. In Exodus chapter 19, verse 10 and 11, God commanded Moses to tell the people that he wants to encounter them. He wants to encounter his people. But that before they do that, they should purify themselves for 2 days. They should purify themselves. They should make themselves clean. They should be focused. They should be conscious of what they are about to experience. And even that encounter, they did not even see God face to face. They only saw cloud, heavy cloud on Mount Sinai. And they were even asked not to come close to the mountain. They were given some distance away. And when God descended on Mount Sinai, they begged Moses, please don't bring us here again. Don't bring us, we don't want to hear his voice again. Because his holiness might destroy us. If that is the glory that attended to that encounter that was not even very close like ours, what about the holiness that should attend? What about the holiness that should attend to our own? They did not see him, but they trembled. But in our own case, we receive him. We receive him, we eat God. It is God we eat. They never ate God, they never touched him, but we eat him. You can imagine the holiness that should attend to that eating. Some people make light the reception of the Holy Communion. Some don't even receive at all. They are just comfortable attending Mass. They are just comfortable. Maybe because they do not want to offend Jesus. They don't receive. And they are not asking themselves, what is it that is stopping me from receiving the Holy Communion? And Jesus Christ says, unless you eat, you will die. And somebody may say, I'm still alive. But in many ways, some are moving corpses because they are spiritually dead. Some will receive as a cover, and that one is even more dangerous. You receive the Blessed Sacrament as a cover for sin, because when people see you coming up to receive, they believe that you are okay. You want to prove to them that you are not an immoral person. You come to receive. You want to prove to them that you're a good man. You come to receive as a cover. You want to prove to them that you are a good woman, that you did not commit that evil that people are suspecting. You come to receive. That is even more dangerous. Some, because they do not want to miss the Holy Communion, because they will be asked, why did you not receive Holy Communion? Or somebody may be suspecting that she has committed sin, or that he has committed sin. Monday, they are living in sin. Tuesday, living in sin. Wednesday, living in sin. Thursday, they are still hopeful, living in sin. Friday, they are living in sin. Saturday, they will go for confession, just to receive Holy Communion. And after Sunday, Monday, they return to their sin. That is making caricature of what is holy. 1 Corinthians chapter 11. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, beginning from 27. He says that we should be very careful. When we receive the Holy Communion, we should be very careful and do not approach the Holy Communion in an unworthy manner. He said that those who have approached the Holy Communion, knowing that they are not repentant, that many of them receive condemnation. Many of them receive judgment. Many receive curse. Instead of receiving blessing, you are receiving curse. Instead of receiving blessing. He said that is why, because of receiving the Holy Communion in an unworthy manner, that's why many are sick. Physically sick, spiritually sick, business-wise sick, family sick. He said that even many have died. The Holy Communion is a double-edged sword. The Holy Communion is a double-edged sword. And each side is very sharp. Jesus says, if you don't eat, you will die. St. Paul says, if you eat in an unworthy manner, you will still die. So there is no way out. You must eat if you want to be alive. But you don't rush to eat without preparations, without examining yourself to ask, am I worthy? Because you will still die.